Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry I haven't made a video in a little while, but I've been working on this. So, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted a marble machine. I liked putting marbles in the top of things, and I hated having to pick them up, stick them up here, and there they go. Alright, now I get to pick them up again. That's the thing I hated about it. Always loved the marble run, I just never liked doing it. So, I seen a couple videos of people on YouTube, and they made ways of lifting marbles, and I was kind of fascinated by it. So, I chose the staircase lift because it intrigued me. I thought it was really cool. You have to, sorry about the shaky camera. I got the GoPro on a chest rig. I can't find a real good way of showing you this without my tripod's broke, and that's the best way I could come up with, so bear with me guys. But anyhow, so let's get to it. This is the first one I've ever made, and I didn't have any plans, so I just kind of built as I went, hence the tag ends hanging off, and it's still in prototype stage. It'll get prettied up. I'll make another one or something. But so to start off with, I built the rocker, I guess I call it a cam. So this is a 2-inch dowel rod right here, or dowel rod. So it's a 2-inch round rod. I drilled a 1/2-inch hole through it, offset it just a little bit. So that's an oak dowel rod going through here. There's a bearing right here, if you guys can see that. And then there's like a collar, like a rod collar on there that is screwed on, or so you can unscrew it with an Allen wrench and pull it out to get to your cam if you ever have to work on it. So I built this box first, put the cam on, and left the lobes. Then I put the handle on and attached the handle, and then I built the staircase box, and then I built the stairs, and then I built the risers. I guess I call it a marble guide. Goes up the staircase, and then I built this, and then I built this. So, without further ado, this is one of my favorite parts, is the cam down here, if you guys can watch it. That has to be precise. That is one of the biggest things. You guys are wondering about that. When this turns, let's see if I can get this right in front of the camera. When this turns, all of that has to be precise. Nothing can hang up. It has to be set just right. The kids have been playing with this, but onto the staircase. Let me move. There we go. I found 12 marbles works the best for the way I have it on all the measurements. So you can twist it clockwise, it'll go up. You can twist it counterclockwise. You can do a half rotation. Because the cam, the thing's noisy. Because the cam is offset, it's 2 cam lobes like this, so they're offset. They're like 180 degrees offset. So with half of a turn, you get a complete raise in marbles. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's just something I wanted to do, so I haven't been making too many videos lately. I don't even know how many days I got wrapped up into figuring out how this works, where I can get my pieces and parts, finding the pieces and parts, and putting it together. Got a lot of days wrapped up in this thing, but my kids absolutely love it, and I think it's really fun to play with. It's not a, I guess it's not a, I don't know. This doesn't really show you what my working ability is. It's a lot better than this. This is just prototype stage. Getting it figured out, and now that I get it figured out what works, now I can take and just get measurements and build it all out of the lowest amount of wood possible. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it's pretty sweet. In case you guys are wondering, there's a total of 9 stairs. The 10th stair just has an angle ground on it with a Dremel, really poorly, but it works. So they come down in the chute, cut out an angle, cut out another little angle where your box is, and then it reaches the stair. And 9 stairs, it climbs 9 stairs and gets off at the 10th. It's 5.5 inches of lift from this bottom part all the way up to the top one. So I guess you guys, I'll be making a different little track right here, and it'll be a lot better. This one's just kind of putting it together, figuring out what's going on with it, what kind of angles I can get away with on the marble roll, and basically the return rate too. The longer your track is, the more marbles you can run through this. Because if you put too many marbles on, they'll start bunching up down here, and then they'll start clogging this, and then they'll bind. They'll find a little edge or something and they'll bind up. So if you have a bigger track with more distance and time before it reaches the stairs, you can run more marbles. I can run 15 to 18 before I start having problems. So, but 12 marbles seems to be what I like to run. By the time that last marble gets off, the first one's down here, so which makes it really nice. So, but if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. I got a lot of things I need to adjust and fix, but that's the best part. I took this and built it in pieces so I can take them off and refine them. And I don't know if I'll ever build these and sell them. They are a lot of work. I was wondering why I couldn't find any of these on eBay to buy or anybody selling these, and now I know why, because it's it's a lot of work. You have a lot of wood, a lot of material. You have to worry about your stairs warping or anything like that, and these come right up and out, so you can take these out. I got them numbered, and if you guys are building one of these, number your stairs. It just makes it so much easier for when you turn it over and have to nail something. Just put a number on it with a pencil. You can always erase it or sand it off. But now I know why they don't sell these things, because they are labor intensive, and all your stairs, they have to be perfectly straight. They can't be off at an angle, and I guess it's a lot harder to find this type of wood. Most of this is built with oak. This is some select grade pine, because I didn't want a lot of weight on my cam down here to reduce friction. I have actual bearings down here, and it's amazing on how freely that turns. You can just smack that handle and it'll spin. And when the stairs are outside of it. So that's another thing you want to do, is you got to watch what type of wood you use down here if you're just going to have wood on wood. One of the first ones I made, it was just a little wood on wood prototype with a quarter inch dowel rod, and it was a little too much friction. I was worried about how many lifters I could have, how many stair lifters I could have up here, and how much friction would be in the box, and how much weight would be on that dowel rod. So I went up to 1/2 inch, and it was an oak dowel, and then I put bearings in it, and that helped me out tremendously. Take these stairs out real quick, and these stairs are not secured in there, they just sit in there, And there's a lot of slop in the box, and the stairs go side to side a little bit when you crank it. But because of that, let's see if this, you can actually spin this handle because of my bearings, which is really nice. So, but when it's under the load and the friction, I even highly sanded the bottoms of these. These are the stairs, and I sanded them down. And I tried to polish them as much as I could because I didn't want a lot of friction. So, it's kind of hard for me to show you all the other stuff, but I guess you guys kind of get the gist of it. I couldn't find any plans or anything else online to help me out. I didn't really do a lot of searching, but I looked for a couple minutes. But I just kind of figured this out on my own. I seen some videos of guys having them and operating, and I knew they worked. But it took a little MacGyvering and tweaking to get this thing going. But now I got it pretty ironed out. Pretty happy with myself. But your stairs just go like this. Make sure you're slanted uphill. And just drop them in your box. As long as you push that first one forward, you can get it onto the lobe without that one going there. There we go. Come on. Everything always goes bad when you're trying to film something. There we go. And they just sit like that. And the side-to-side action, the slanting action, is actually a good thing for feeding marbles. I didn't think it would be. I thought I wanted it to be perfect, but in reality, this works so much better than what I had planned. I had them planned just to go straight up and down. And I found this side-to-side shift I get right here. Actually helps feed marbles up. So, but that's what I got. Like I was saying before, let me know what you guys think. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything else, let me know. And there's probably going to be somebody say, hey, hook a power drill to it. Already did that. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. That's why I left this long extension on out here. And then I have a collar on it. So I could take this collar off and put a gear onto there. Or I can hook a 1/2-inch drill to it. But there is a top speed to this. And it is achievable by your hand. And a power drill achieves it way faster than what you should. So if you get this going too fast, you guys can see that. They'll actually start falling back down the stairs. They won't even lift. They'll just bunch up at the bottom. But if you rotate it, and then the speed that the marbles fall forward is relative to the speed you can crank it. So right here's a 15-degree angle that I cut on each stair. And because I cut 15 degrees, it's more of an aggressive forward motion, so I can crank this a little bit faster. But the downside is I lose that much lift off the top of my lifter. So if you're only going to have 5 lifters, you're going to want to go with a shallower angle that allows your marble to fall forward. But you're going to have a slower crank speed, so you won't be able to put out as many marbles. But it'll maximize your lift. So there's a couple tips right there that I learned that nobody talked to me about. So anyhow, guys, hope you guys had a good holiday, and hope you have a good new year. If you guys have any comments or anything, let me know. I'd love to see what you guys think. Later.